Let's hear what our brand new NXT champion has to say.
I stand here before you tonight as proof that a lot can happen in 5 minutes. That's all the time it took for my life and the course of NXT history to be changed forever. And whether you like me or not, I can promise you one thing. You're gonna get a whole lot more than 5 minutes of me.
Hold on. We know what this means.
We thought we were about to see Demon Finn Balor, but what is this?
It appears to be some kind of demon spawn, for lack of a better term.
Whatever it is, it can't be good for the NXT champion.
And these demon minions are swarming the champion.
They're tearing him to pieces.
This was clearly a message from Finn Balor that their issue is far from over.
Himself, Finn Balor, here to survey the damage that his minions delivered.
And those minions just scattered, like even they were afraid of the demon. I've never seen anything like this.
Our NXT champion thought he'd conquered Finn Balor, thought that he had dethroned the Prince, but now he's dealing with an entirely different beast.
That's right, Corey. And from what we just witnessed, I think we might be looking at a very short NXT Championship reign.
Thanks for agreeing to meet with me.
You came to my show. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Well, either way, I'm not going to waste your time with small talk. I'm here because I want to know how to defeat Demon Finn Balor. And you're the only man who's ever done it.
I figured that's what this was all about. You know, not a day goes by where I don't think about how I nailed that painted up freak with the muscle buster and then pinned him in the ring. 1, 2, 3.
It sounds like it really made an impact on you.
No, not really. It just seemed like you were hoping for that kind of vibe. I really haven't thought about it too much since it happened.
Okay, so then do you at least have any advice on how I could take him down?
I have an idea, but first, I want a favor from you in return. I've been battling Braun Strowman for a while. It could gain a bit of an edge if you help me out.
And how would I do that?
Braun's got a match tonight. Jump him on his entrance. If it was me doing it, he'd be ready. But he'll never expect it coming from you.
I'll do it. Whatever risk I take going after Braun is worth any advantage I can gain against Finn.
All right. I'll be watching.
What the heck? What's he doing here?
More importantly, what's he doing attacking Braun Strowman? Is he insane?
We have an NXT superstar attacking the monster among men on Raw. All hell is broken loose. The demon reverses.
Sling blade.
The NXT champion's reign could be coming to an end after only one match.
Setting up for the coup de grace.
It's Samoa Joe.
What's he doing here?
Joe's setting up for a muscle buster, the only move that's ever defeated the demon.
And he nails it.
We're going to see history repeat itself.
What the hell? It's Braun Strowman.
The monster among men is here.
This is payback for what the NXT champion did to Braun on Raw.
Running power slam.
It looked like the NXT champion was going to escape with his title thanks to Samoa Joe. But now all hell has broken loose.
Yeah, now it seems that neither Joe or Braun will play a role in the outcome of this match.
If the champion's going to defeat the demon, he's going to have to do it on his own.
2.
The demon has been vanquished for just a second time ever.
Talk about rising to the occasion here at TakeOver. Our NXT champion truly solidified himself as the leader of the black and yellow brand.
He faced long odds tonight, but our champion did everything it took to survive another day.
Before I get to my next match against Keith Lee, I have a few things I'd like to discuss. Hang on a second. Just let me gather my thoughts real quick.
Gather your thoughts or stall before you have to face a rested and motivated Keith Lee.
Okay, where was I? Like any top superstar would, I did my homework on Keith Lee in preparation for tonight's match. And I learned some very interesting things. See, this man is full of hashtags and motivational catchphrases, but it's all a bunch of lies. He's never lived up to a single one of them. Like, did you know that Keith Lee stole his parents' car when he was first leaving home to become a wrestler? I guess Grand Theft Auto is the true definition of limitless. Speaking of Keith's parents, turns out they didn't even want him to get into wrestling. They wanted him to continue playing football, but instead he quit, turning his back on his team and a free education that millions would die for. I doubt any of his coaches or teammates felt like basking in his glory after that. But after reading more and more about Keith Lee's backstory, one thing became clear. This is a pattern. He's always taking the easy way out, finding people who buy into his phony persona and enable him to receive countless opportunities after failing over and over again. Like, for instance, how he failed to make the cut at the Performance Center 3 times before he was bailed out by William Regal, who, to this day, continues to give him chance after chance when all he does is squander them. But this pattern really first started with Keith Lee's grandmother, who introduced him to wrestling as a young boy in Texas. While I can't go back and fix the giant mistake she made, I can put an end to it now. So Keith Lee, come on out here so I can expose you for what you really are. A fake, a liar, a failure, and soon to be
Wait a second.
former WWE superstar.
Keith Lee sends him flying to the floor.
Talk about a man's family and grandmother, and this is what you get.
Keith Lee's on a rampage. He snapped. Someone needs to stop him.
If anyone can talk some sense into Keith Lee, it's NXT General Manager William Regal.
And finally, it looks like cooler heads are prevailing.
He may have taken a beating, but I think this is what he wanted. He got inside Keith Lee's head, and now he has an important mental edge going into whatever their next encounter is.
Keith Lee is as tough mentally as he is physically. I'm not sure that strategy is going to work.
Did you not just see what happened? I think it's already proven extremely effective.
Cameron Grimes with the cave-in.
Grimes hits the referee.
That's on the referee. He needs to be more aware when Grimes is about to send his opponent to the moon.
Well, now it looks like Cameron Grimes is going to send his opponent a message with a baseball bat.
It's Jeff Hardy. The charismatic enigma is here in NXT.
But why?
It appears he's trying to encourage his former student to take the high road here.
What the heck? What was that all about?
Now that's more like it.
Cameron Grimes picks up the win thanks to the shocking actions from his so-called mentor, Jeff Hardy.
Hey, you may not like how it went down, but at the end of the day, Jeff Hardy and Cameron Grimes are like family. And that means Hardy's going to help Grimes get ahead in WWE, no matter what that entails.
That's fine, but be upfront about it. Hardy was chastising Cameron Grimes on social media for using tactics like this, and then he turns around and does the same thing.
Hopefully we'll get some kind of explanation from the charismatic enigma before long.
The opportunity to face Damian Priest for his North American Championship. However, after the match, Priest announced a $50,000 bounty for anyone who could successfully take you out. How have you been dealing with this situation?
Look, it's clear that Damian Priest knows he can't beat me. So this was the only solution he could come up with to hold on to his championship. But it's not gonna work. So far, no one's even attempted to cash in on the bounty. And that tells me that just like Priest, the rest of the NXT locker room wants no part of me. So it's been business as usual. If anyone does want to try to cash in, I'll consider it a warm-up for Priest. And if not, I'm ready either way.
Big overhand.
These two men are giving it their all with so much at stake in this NXT breakout tournament.
Irish whip.
And the referee got caught sleeping. Now we're really going to find out who wants to advance.
Wait a second, we've got company. It's Joaquin Wilde.
Yeah, and he brought a guest of his own in the form of a kendo stick.
Wilde's taking out his frustration after losing in the tournament last week.
Hector Flores has no idea what just happened.
And now Hector's going up top to capitalize.
This could do it.
And down with the frog splash.
1, 2, 3. And Flores secures the victory, advancing to the finals of the NXT Breakout Tournament.
After what Wilde did tonight, I think their issue is far from over.
Yeah, Joaquin Wilde just cost him a potential championship opportunity at NXT TakeOver. That's not going to sit well with anybody.
I think Hector just realized what occurred, and he's not too happy about it.
Too bad. Take the win and move on. What's happening here?
He's ambushing Big E. That's what's happening.
He's not even scheduled to face Big E tonight. Somebody needs to get out here and put an end to this.
As expected, Shinsuke Nakamura is here to help the challenger take down Big E.
How much more one-sided can this match get? Thanks for coming.
In the days, the champ's eyes were glazed over.
2, 3. With the help of his running mates, Paragon J. Pierce and Shinsuke Nakamura, we have a new Intercontinental Champion.
I think Big E might have gotten in over his head taking on this new group. He was able to fend off Paragon for a while, but this was just too much tonight.
I'd like to see how Big E does in a fair one-on-one match with no outside involvement. Then we'll talk. It's the former Intercontinental Champion, Big E.
Big E said this wasn't over, and I guess he meant it.
He's in the ring. Turn around, Paragon.
Has his opponent up. This is about to be over because here comes the big ending. She said his now former ally was going to pay for breaking up their power trio, and he's delivering on his promise. Able to give him the slip.
This one is headed outside, guys.
It'll take things. I was curious to see how they'd work together, and they didn't disappoint.
What was that? Drew Gulak just turned on his partner.
Apparently, that's the first and last time we'll see these two team up.
Unbelievable.
Drew, you trained with your partner for weeks and finally teamed together tonight for the first time, but then, for some reason, you attacked him after the match. Can you explain why?
I'd be happy to. You see, when we were training together, everything was so easy for him, okay? No matter what test or challenge I threw at him, he passed with flying colors. And the whole time he had this attitude about it, almost like he was doing me the favor instead of the other way around. And then, when we finally teamed together, he just had to get the win, right? It was his way of trying to one-up me, because he thinks he's so great. Well, I've got news for him. He's not, and I'll prove it. Because he thought he passed all the tests, well, he didn't. I'm the final test, and this time, he's going to fail.
So, you're challenging him to a match?
Yes, but not just any match. I want to see if he actually learned anything. So I'm proposing a match with no shortcuts allowed, which means no running, no escaping the ring, and no top rope moves. Now we'll find out who's got holes in their game and who doesn't.
Drew Gulak with the Irish whip on his former student.
Wait, was that legal in this match?
He tripped over the ropes.
And with the referee down, Gulak is showing you exactly the kind of man he is, breaking the rules that he proposed.
Yeah, he's showing you that he's intelligent and an opportunist. The no-fly zone has been temporarily lifted.
Leaving the ring, another rule violation.
And now into the steel steps. Drew Gulak is completely taking advantage of this situation. He has no integrity.
This is ridiculous.
And of course, just as the referee recovers, Gulak initiates a side headlock.
What's wrong with that? It's perfectly legal.
Yeah, after he broke 3 other rules.
You guys are nerds.
This should be very interesting.
All week long, you've heard about a huge announcement I'd be making tonight. And now the time has finally come. You might be able to guess what it is based on the men who are gathered in this ring and those giant steel letters. But let's make it official. In the very near future, there's gonna be a special one-night tribute show to the men and women of World Championship Wrestling. And it's going to be called WCW One Night Nitro. That's right. Raw is now where the big boys play. I just want to say, it's truly an honor to be a part of helping put all of this together. And I can't wait to pay tribute to the legends in this ring and many more who influenced my career. Now, with that being said, I'd like to...
Huge news with the announcement of WCW One Night Nitro. But apparently, AJ Styles has something to say about it.
Whatever it is, it must be urgent.
Sorry to crash the big party, but I just wanted to say I'd love to be a part of this reunion show too. Apparently you forgot I spent a few months in WCW before it went out of business.
No slight intended. I was actually planning on reaching out to you. Just wanted to make sure we saved room on the card for some of the more well-known WCW stars.
Well known, huh?
I mean well-known in WCW, not in general. Like you said, you were only there for a few months. But I'm sure we can work this out. Let's talk more later, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll let you get back to it.
As you can see, this show is so big that everyone wants to be a part of it. Now stay tuned to the WCW hotline. Just kidding. Stay tuned to social media for more information on WCW One Night Nitro!
We never thought we'd see this moment. WCW will return for one night only.
Hold up. AJ Styles with the chair shot.
He's not waiting to talk about this later. AJ Styles clearly felt disrespected tonight, and now he's taking it out on all the WCW legends.
And down goes Booker T.
Kevin Nash can't stop AJ either.
Mysterio off the top.
And Styles dumps Rey to the outside.
Okay, maybe this will be a fair fight.
Guess not. AJ setting up for the Styles Clash.
Down onto the steel chair. This was supposed to be a moment to celebrate the legends of WCW, but AJ Styles did everything in his power to ruin that.
Just pathetic, in my opinion.
This seems to be about more than just being excluded from the event. There's something else going on here.
And one more disgraceful act to close out an all-around shameful night for AJ Styles.
All week long, I've been getting messages on social media. Why, AJ? Why did you take out the WCW legends? Why'd you ruin One Night Nitro? Well, here's the answer. At first, I was slightly offended I wasn't considered for the show. After all, like I said, I was an actual wrestler there. Unlike the superfan wannabe putting it all together, who never stepped foot in a WCW ring. More on him in a second. But then the more I thought about it, I didn't want to be a part of bringing back and honoring the egotistical, greedy dinosaurs who sleptwalk through their matches just to collect a fat paycheck, putting the company out of business and nearly killing my career before it ever got started. In fact, it was so bad down there, when they first offered me a contract, I turned it down and took a job delivering water because it paid more. Because all these so-called legends were flying around in private jets with their guaranteed contracts, wrestling 4 times a year, and there was no money left to pay guys who actually wanted to be there. Ultimately, I ended up going to WCW for 3 months, and it was way worse than I thought it would be. Every decision from the top guys was made to hold back the younger, more talented wrestlers like me. Finally, it all caught up to them, and the company folded. I had to go back to the Indies and work my butt off to make it to where I am today. But I'm the exception. Most of the younger WCW guys from that era, like my old tag team partner, they never made it. So that's how I remember WCW. Not as this company that beat WWE for a short time, or part of this over-glorified golden era of wrestling, but a sinking ship that almost took down AJ Styles with it. So that's why I did what I did. I shut down the embarrassing tribute show before it ever happened, and I'd do it again 500 times. So let's circle back to the guy who started all this. You were just a fan when all that with WCW went down. You had no idea what really happened, but in my eyes, that almost makes you worse than the so-called legends you put on a pedestal. You're supposedly a WWE superstar now, so act like it. This isn't your time to play fantasy WCW. It's embarrassing. So you want to talk about destroying me for what I did? Remember, WCW already tried that, and they failed. So I'm going to do a favor for every man and woman in that locker room who has any actual respect for what we do, and destroy you. Challenge accepted.
Is he attempting a Styles Clash?
It's Finn Balor.
What's he doing here?
It seems Balor's attempting to help out his former club partner.
He's certainly got everyone's attention.
AJ Styles has a chair, and the referee has no idea.
Neither does his opponent. It's Kevin Nash.
We haven't seen Nash since Styles took out the WCW legends a few weeks back.
This is his chance for payback.
Kevin Nash just turned on his friend.
I can't believe this is happening.
And now AJ taking advantage.
He's gonna do it.
He hits this and it's done.
Styles Clash.
1, 2, 3. And it's all over thanks to the interference from Finn Balor and the shocking actions of Kevin Nash.
This is unbelievable.
What exactly is the relationship between these three?
I'm not sure if Balor and Styles even know.
There's your answer. It looks like we've just witnessed the birth of some kind of new NWO/club type alliance.
This is bad news for WWE.
Oh, I agree. Nothing good can come from this.
They can't get any more interesting.
I might have an idea what this is all about.
Yeah, after what we heard happened backstage. It's Kane! And not Mayor Kane, it's the big red machine. The demon has been awakened.
Choke slam!
He's been put on notice.
Here, working that hold now.
It's not embarrassing. He gives up. It's over.
You have to give him credit. That was a huge win tonight over Kane.
Hold on, is this what I think it is?
It's The Undertaker.
The Phenom is here on Raw.
He called Taker out on social media. Now he has to answer him face to face.
Let's see how tough he is now.
Undertaker's not going to wait.
And there he goes. He wants nothing to do with the dead man.
He just took down Kane. I think he's had enough of the Brothers of Destruction for one night.
Package drive. 2. A monumental victory tonight over the Brothers of Destruction.
And there you see The Undertaker checking on Kane.
Wait a minute. From behind. With a chair on Undertaker.
And Orton's got one too. They are laying waste to Kane and Undertaker.
Come on, you won the match. This is too much. Took down The Undertaker.
A monumental victory tonight for the WWE Champion over the Phenom himself, The Undertaker.
You never want to overlook an accomplishment like that, but I think the champion still has other things on his mind.
John Cena, over the past few weeks, I've done everything I can to prove to you that I'm worthy of a match, that I'm worthy of your time. I mean, I just beat The Undertaker, which is something you couldn't do. So you know what? Maybe I've been looking at this the wrong way. Maybe it's not about proving that I'm worthy of your time. Maybe you're not worth mine.
I have to agree with the WWE Champion here. It's time to move on from this whole John Cena thing.
Wait a second.
It's John Cena. The face of WWE has come home.
I can't believe it. After weeks of unanswered challenges, and then Cena himself saying it wasn't going to happen, the WWE Champion has gotten John Cena to return to Monday Night Raw.
And there you have it. Cena is back for one thing, the WWE Championship.
Hey, this is a matchup that no one thought we'd ever see. And now it looks like it's happening.
This is going to be one for the ages.
We have a new United States champion.
I can't believe it. Tommaso Ciampa has been dethroned.
And now it's time for him to say goodbye to his precious Stripey.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
He doesn't seem too happy about it, but apparently Ciampa is ready to accept this loss.
Whoa, what the heck?
Ciampa's lost it. Obviously, he wasn't ready to accept this loss.
Oh my God, what's he doing with those steel steps?
I think we've seen this before in Ciampa's epic battles with Johnny Gargano.
Oh, no.
Fairy tale ending on the steel stairs.
The new United States champion could be severely injured.
Yeah, he came crashing down face and rib first on those unforgiving steps.
And would you look at that? Ciampa isn't going to part ways with Stripey after all. He's leaving with the United States Championship.
Just all-around disgraceful actions that we've witnessed here tonight. In any event, stay tuned for updates on the new champion's condition.
Here's an update. Not good.
We'll be looking for the United States champion persevered through an extremely difficult challenge tonight to walk away victorious.
Yeah, after surviving that match, you have to wonder if there's any obstacle he can't overcome.
It's Dolph Ziggler! Zigzag!
What the heck? What was that all about?
Just when it looked like the United States champion had no more obstacles to clear, now he has the show-off standing in his way.
Dolph Ziggler is a former United States champion himself. This is only speculation, but maybe he was upset he was left out of the match tonight.
That could be, but nonetheless, the champion now appears to have a significant problem on his hands.
Let's hear what our United States champion has to say before his title defense.
You all saw what happened last week when Dolph Ziggler attacked me after the U.S. Champions Battle Royal. I guess he was a little upset he wasn't included and feeling overlooked in general. So, I promised Dolph that I'd come out here tonight and recognize some of the amazing moments from his career. So, let's start at the beginning, where Dolph proved he was special from day one, debuting in WWE as a preppy-looking golf caddy. How could anyone ever overlook that? Not wanting to become too big of a star too fast, Dolph then decided to become a male cheerleader. He truly was a show-off of both versatility and spirit. After those two stints were so overwhelmingly successful, Dolph again didn't want to outshine his fellow superstars, so he decided to go back to developmental to come up with another amazing persona and give back to future superstars. After this hiatus, Dolph would return and continue to entertain the WWE Universe for the past decade and a half, even trying his hand at stand-up comedy in front of as many as 20 to 30 people. Speaking of jokes, I think that's about enough of that. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth about Dolph Ziggler. He's not given the credit he thinks he deserves because he has no identity. A caddy, a cheerleader, a stand-up comedian. How can he be recognized if he can't even recognize himself? But here's the thing. I know who I am, and that's the United States champion who will kick anyone's ass who gets in my way. So, Dolph, after I'm through with my match tonight, you won't be overlooked. You'll just be next.
Strong words from the United States champion. He'll defend his title coming up next.
Riddle reverses.
Thrown to sleep.
And now Riddle with a German suplex.
Wait, is that Goldberg?
Spear! Spear!
What the hell is happening?
I have no idea.
And Goldberg nails Riddle with a jackhammer.
I'm trying to process what happened here. Riddle looked to be on his way to potentially winning the Intercontinental Championship, and then Goldberg came out of nowhere, leading to a no contest.
I'm with you, Byron. This was completely unexpected.
It doesn't look like it was a surprise to the champion.
Goldberg and Riddle do have some history with each other. Maybe that led to the champion giving Goldberg the opportunity to finally get some payback here tonight.
We'll have to wait to find out how and why this all transpired. But in the meantime, the Intercontinental Champion will be leaving here tonight with his gold intact.
Look out from behind. Sheamus just blindsided King Corbin's scheduled opponent.
This is broken out into a battle of kings.
And only one king is going to bend the knee.
Get ready for the world premiere of Elias's brand new song.
Hello, I am Elias, and I am the man who...
Where did he come from?
I don't know, but thank you.
These two had an issue on social media about this song. That must be what this is all about.
You want to write stupid songs about me, huh? This is what happens. No one's ever gonna hear it now. I'm shutting you up for good. You're never going to sing again.
It's one thing to take issue with a song lyric, but that crossed the line.
I agree, Michael.
Maybe you're right, but hey, at least we didn't have to hear Elias sing.
Yeah, we might not again for quite some time.